So my question to you is, what's the true nature of me? Who are you? In order to know who or what you are, you first need to identify all the realities that you've built up around you. Yeah? And these are your false identities. So what do? What we do is we build what we call our self-identity. Yeah? Our self-identity is defined by all the things that we know about ourselves. So imagine you're sitting and you've got this brick wall that you build around you, your fortress that you build around you. The fortress that you build around you is your self-identity. So what's your self-identity made of? Let's say first and foremost, your self-identity is built on foundation stones that will never change. Like, you're a guy, you're a girl, that's never going to change. So you build, at the basis of your foundation, you build upon the things that will never change. So I'm a guy, I'm a girl, that's never going to change, right? That's something, if I say to you, do you know that to be true? You're definitely a guy. You'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, right? You might have to think about it because I'm asking you so many questions. But you're like, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I'm a guy. Like, here, that's not going to move. Now I say, what's your name? Oh, mine's just Deep. My name's this. It's just Deep. Whatever, right? That's who I am. And say, are you a Sikh? You say, yep, I'm a Sikh. All right. Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? You're like, yep, that's a brick. So you start building an identity of everything that you know about you. Your name, your gender, like your parents and the number of brothers and sisters you have, that's never going to change. You're like, I come from this family, I have an Indian background or an ethnic or Asian background or whatever it is. You start building an identity of all the things that you know about yourself. That's the foundation of your self-identity. Then on top of that, you build bricks of things that are changeable. Like, you might say you're a student. But in 10 years' time, I say, oh yeah, you told me you're a student. You said, no, I'm not a student anymore. I've replaced that identity with something else now. I used to be a student, so that was like a brick, that was part of my self-identity. But now I've replaced that, now I'm a doctor. Yeah? And tomorrow, in 10 years' time or whatever, I come back and say, are you still a doctor? You say, yeah, I used to be a doctor, but now I'm a surgeon. So you replace identities. So your self-identity is based on a foundation of things that will never change, and then you also build up things that are changeable. So you support this particular football team. You might think that that's actually quite solid, but let's say that team ceases to exist anymore. They just get demoted to like the bottom of the league table. Your chances are you'll say, actually, thanks, but I'm going to pick a new team now. Yeah? So there are certain parts of your identity, like I'll use English teams, like I'm a Chelsea supporter, I'm a Manchester United supporter, right? Oh, yeah. You might say I'm a Liverpool supporter. That identity is changeable because tomorrow you might decide to swap that brick with somebody else. Yeah? If everybody around you starts believing in some other idea, then you are also taking on those beliefs. And your beliefs are like that, and your opinions and your thoughts are also like that. You might all believe that recycling is good until something changes. And now all the media is saying, you know, all that recycling that we're doing, that's really bad for the environment, for example. And everybody believes it, right? You're going to replace that idea. You're going to say, actually, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to be the guy that's talking about recycling anymore. I want to be the guy that's doing what everybody else is doing. So what you do is you build a fortress all around you. This becomes your self-identity. What I'm saying to you is none of those bricks that you've built your fortress with are yours. Does that make sense? None of those are yours. They're all borrowed. Even your name, even your gender, you didn't choose it. That was what you were born into. Your family, your culture, your ethnicity, you haven't chosen any of these things. Yeah?
It's just like someone placed the brick for you.
That's right. So you have this self-identity and none of it's yours. So what I'm saying is that's a false identity because it's not yours. And what you do is your success in life is just polishing those bricks. I used to be a student, now I'm a dentist, but I don't just want to be a dentist, I want to be a really good dentist. I want to be a dentist that earns loads of money. So I'm a rich dentist. So you start just swapping bricks with gold bricks, silver bricks. But all you're doing is polishing your identity that isn't yours to begin with. Does that make sense? You following me? We've all done it. We've built an identity of stuff that isn't ours, and what we're doing is we're just trying to make that fortress better. Like, I don't have 10 cars, but when I do, like, you build like an extension to your identity. I'm the guy that owns the 10 cars. You've heard about me, I'm the guy that owns the 10 cars. So you built like a little extension to your fortress. I'm now the guy that does this. I'm known for this now, or now I'm known for this. So you start building this fortress, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, of more just bricks that you place around you of your self-identity. And what I'm saying to you is that self-identity isn't who you are. It's a false identity. These are all the things that you told me about yourself, yeah? You told me I'm my name, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I belong to this family, I'm a Sikh, yeah? I like this, I don't like this. These are also identities. Your opinions about what you like and you don't like are also just identities. Yeah? They're not really you. Things that you like, you dislike, you'll change that. Today you like Chelsea or Manchester United, tomorrow you'll like somebody else. Something else. Your likes and your dislikes aren't yours. And then you might say, I'm a human, I'm a collection of thoughts, and you might say I'm astrophysical, I'm not human, I'm not a, what's the phrase? I'm not a human having a spiritual experience, I'm a spiritual having a human experience, or something like that, right? But the reality is that inside the fortress that you've built, I want to know who's the guy sitting inside the fortress. Who's the guy sitting behind your gender, behind your thoughts, behind your opinions, behind your name? Is there somebody there? Any ideas? Is there, if I changed your name today, if I changed your name, do you change? No, right? So there's something inside you that's beyond your name. If I change your profession, do you change? Your profession changes, but you don't change. So there's something inside you that doesn't change. My question is, who's that? And this is what we're going to try and get to. There's something inside you that's alive, that's experiencing. Right here, right now, there's something inside you that's alive. And that is the thing that you need to understand. And when you understand what that is, then the whole material fortress around you and the success that you're looking for in life won't be defined by those bricks. It'll be defined by the guy that's sitting inside the fortress. If I take all those things away, look, if I chop one arm off, you're still going to be here, right? If I chop 2 arms off, you're still going to be here. You won't like me very much, but you'll still be here. If I chop all your arms off and your legs, everything off, and you're still alive, you'll still be here, right? If I take your name away from you, your occupation, if I take all those things away from you, your gender, your body, if I take everything away from you, you're still here. And what you're left with is something that's just here. It's not doing anything. It doesn't have any opinions. It doesn't have any color. It doesn't have any shape. It's not confined to a particular body. Does anyone see where I'm going with this? Does anyone see what that description of that thing is now beginning to sound like? What does it sound like? Inside you, go on. Who said?
I say that.
Say it loud.
God.
God.
Prabhu.
If I take your name away from you, your body away, your thoughts, your mind, your occupation, your family, if I take everything away from you and there's something that's still alive, and it's not restricted by your body, it's not aligned with a particular gender, it doesn't have any particular thoughts, but it's alive, it's awake. And that's inside you right now. That is also the description of what we're also running after, which is God.